Welcome, my fellow UWI Pelicans, to Global UWI Alumni Day. We have a special program for you today, June 26th, and we hope that you'll enjoy it. Now, we have UWI graduates all over the world, all over the globe, and we want to extend a special welcome to those in Europe, those in Australia, those in North America, those across our beloved Caribbean region, and all the rest of the world as well. You are the most important product of the university. You are why we are here, and your contributions are what makes us great. You enhance our reputation by all the contributions that you make in your various careers across the world. So no matter what level you are, no matter what position you hold, we are very proud of your accomplishments and achievements and the differences and the impacts that you make across the world as graduates of this very prestigious institution. A very unique and special institution, I'm sure you'll agree. And today you're going to hear memories, reminiscences, and hopefully some fun facts about your university. So remember now, every June 26th from now on, look out for something coming from Alumni Relations Institutional Advancement Division to tell you about your university and to celebrate and recognize your fellow Pelicans and you as well. So thanks for being here. It's a joy to have you with us. We hope that you enjoy, and once again, keep the Pelican spirit high wherever you are.
Greetings, UWI Pelicans. I am delighted to greet you on Global UWI Alumni Day 2023. Throughout 2023, the UWI is celebrating the 75th anniversary of its establishment in 1948. However, an interesting point to note is that it is also celebrating the 70th anniversary of the first graduates. A group of 11 from the Faculty of Natural Sciences who were presented to the principal, Walter Grave, on January the 13th, 1953. They hailed from Barbados, British Guiana, now Guyana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. In 2022, more than 11,000 graduates were presented for bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees at the graduation ceremonies across the 5 campuses. They hailed from more than 20 countries within and outside of the Caribbean. This is a remarkable achievement for the UWI. Over the years, our graduates have been our most visible accomplishments, and you, serve across all disciplines and at all levels, nationally, regionally, and internationally. Your contributions are deeply appreciated and valued, not just by those and where you serve, but also by your alma mater, as your brilliance reflects on us. I believe the collective of more than 250,000 strong UWI alumni represents a not fully tapped into force for the UWI as it looks at ways to improve its operations and governance. Over the years, efforts have been ongoing to foster close relationships with our alumni, but we can do much more. I commend the current Director of Alumni Relations, Mrs. Celia Davison Francis, and those who preceded her in her role for the foundation that has been laid. However, it needs to be strengthened, and I am aware that the 2020 report of the Chancellor's Commission on Governance makes a specific recommendation that the alumni relations function be strengthened in a coordinated fashion. Your presence here today indicates your own interest and engagement, and I ask that each of you reaches out and touches base with the Alumni Relations Department. Register in the database so that you or the person you've reached out to can receive newsletters and updates about the UWI and about the successes of fellow graduates. Help us to make the UWI community even stronger as we look forward to the centenary. Happy 2023 Global UWI Alumni Day. Thank you.
UWI graduates, Pelicans, I am happy to bring you greetings on Global UWI Alumni Day 2023. This day of celebration was started by our Director of Alumni Relations, Celia Davidson Francis, who has introduced one official day a year in the UWI's calendar that is devoted to celebrating and recognizing our graduates. I'm especially pleased as this year is also the 75th anniversary of the UWI, and it is appropriate that we celebrate you, our graduates, during this very special year. You are, of course, our greatest product of our institution, and you will take our Caribbean countries and region forward into the future. UWI graduates from all 5 campuses contribute to your communities and nations in various ways as you practice your various professions, and some of you have also had a positive impact at the global level. We are all very proud of you. It is very important to us that you all, as graduates, have a strong relationship with your alma mater, as it is evident in the UWI Alumni Relations mantra, one UWI, one alumni family. We consider each of you to be a key member of the UWI family. Our UWI executive and campus management teams, as well as faculty, staff, and students, embrace this noteworthy day to celebrate our graduates, as they all acknowledge that it is through your success and achievements that our alumni enhance the UWI's reputation and world-class standing. As I close, I salute all UWI graduates. Never forget that wherever you are in the world, you remain a UWI Pelican. I encourage you to stay connected and engage via the UWI Alumni Hub, and to continue to soar to new heights wherever you are along your life's journey. Thank you and blessings.
From many distant lands, our forefathers came, some seeking adventure, some bound in chains. Through battles waged and fought, through victory and pain, by test of their courage, our freedom was gained. And homage to those gone before us, the heroes of lands in the sun. We vow to join hands and to focus on building one Caribbean. Raise your voices high and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum for Caracom. Though great and diverse be our ethnicities, the bonds that unite us are stronger than these. We dine, we pray, we love, we dance and we play. We relate to each other, rest in Yahweh. Today as a people united, determined and steadfast we stand. We look to a brand new horizon, the future now firmly in our hands. Raise your voices high and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum for Caracom. Hele, hele, bravo. Open your sting, Caracom. Leve, leve, wow. Naki your drum, Caracom. Tabu, ya tabu, awo. Open your sting, Caracom. Leve, leve, wow. Raise your voices high and sing of your Caribbean pride. Sing it loud and strong, feel our hearts beat as one. Celebrate in song as we rise to heights where we belong. Sound the victory drum for Caracom. Hele, hele, bravo. Open your sting, Caracom. Leve, leve, wow. Hele, hele, tabu, ya tabu, awo. Naki your drum, Caracom. Leve, leve, wow.
Joshua, you know what's going on Monday?
What?
UWI Global Alumni Day.
Wow, we proudly celebrate with all you Pelicans UWI Global Alumni Day and
UWI 75th anniversary. Congratulations.
Hi everyone! On occasion of Global Alumni Day 2023 on June 26th,
We at UWI Stat St. Augustine, as students today and future alumni, have a special message for all our UWI alumni. Thank you for promoting Pelican Pride,
for your contributions to national and regional development,
and for being the light rising from the west.
We are so proud of you, your accomplishments, and your drive towards excellence.
Congratulations to the recently graduated and soon to be alumni ambassadors.
on having successfully completed your study and embarking on the next chapter of their lives.
We wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you for being an unstoppable force that will forever carry the torch of St. Augustine's excellence.
Thank you for shaping a world that yearns for the brilliance of our graduates.
It's now my pleasure to share with you a memory from Dr. Rose Spencer Gibbs, a 1969 graduate. And she says, as a 1969 graduate of UWI, I and many of my peers are the same age as the university, and so I welcome this opportunity to reflect. The young adults that we were in 1969 are now turning 75. That can't be. The decade of the 60s was a very special time in Jamaica's history. We were a very lucky group. Many of the students at that time had their education paid for. Cost did not weigh heavily on our minds. It seems worlds apart from the experience of many of the students that I read about now, all over the world. The Trinidad-style carnival and the early morning juve were certainly something new for many Jamaicans. I remember us wearing our red gowns to formal dinners. I remember the fetes at the student union with the sound of ska and rock steady blaring. I remember walking back to Seacole with my friends at 3 a.m. and no sense of fear. So many things have changed. The development of a strong feeling of pride in our Black and Caribbean cultural identity is what I appreciate most about my time at Mona. It has helped me to navigate other, more alien environments in predominantly white cultural communities. I have the UWI to thank for that sense of self. Many of the outstanding academics of the 60s and 70s were doing their seminal work at UWI at the time. We were surrounded by a sense of Black and Caribbean achievement. Lucille Matherin-Mayer was the warden of Mary Seacole Hall while I was a student. She presided nightly over our formal dinners. We knew at the time that she was working on her doctorate. What I realized only recently is that her thesis, A Historical Study of Women in Jamaica, 1655 to 1844, became a foundational work for women's studies. I also remember Professor Coulthard in the Spanish department and Professor Sylvia Winter, among others. We were exposed to the Caribbean focus in the writing of the academics and researchers with which many of us had not been familiar in high school. Lady Phillips in the administrative building, in her support role for students, was always empathetic as she directed students to opportunities for summer jobs. In 1968, we demonstrated in support of Walter Rodney and against the Jamaican government's decision to declare him persona non grata. I can still picture the wave of students in their red gowns coming out in groups along the ring road from the various halls and meeting a large group at the main gates to the campus on Hermitage Road. Without social media, the news quickly spread just as effectively by word of mouth that there was a demonstration taking place and we needed to be there. There were soldiers on the other side of the gate, and there was quite a lot of verbal to and fro. The gate was definitely symbolic of the social divide. I would not have missed the Mona experience for the world. UWI in the 60s was like a cocoon, somewhat isolated from the real world. Reality intruded in our lives soon enough. I feel blessed to have been at UWI at that particular moment in our history. Once again, this was a memory from Dr. Rose Spencer Gibbs, UWI graduate of 1969. She is the author of Island of Plantations, A Jamaican Reflection, which you can find on Amazon if you're interested. Thank you once again to Rose. We do appreciate her contribution to the 2023 UWI Special Day for our alumni, Global UWI Alumni Day.
I am Sheila Georges de Gans, BA 1966, St. Augustine Campus, English, History and Sociology. I am Guyanese, proud daughter of a Dominican father and Vincentian mother. In short, West Indian cook-up. My first year at UWI was also the inaugural year of the College of Arts and Science at St. Augustine. The excitement was palpable. For the first time in my life, West Indian literature was on the English syllabus, and that seemed revolutionary. For the first time, too, I was exposed to history from a West Indian perspective. Sociology, a whole new discipline, challenged me to see society through a new lens. As my granddaughter would say, I had a paradigm shift, one that informed choices throughout my teaching career. But it wasn't all studies and endless book-eating. I had fun in the drama group, at Guildhall dances, and less so selling the Sundowner magazine. I vividly remember passionate debates at the home of a Canadian classmate, Sophia Vorinen. Sophia was a student at St. Augustine, while her husband Pavo was a lecturer in the engineering department. Their place became a frequent hangout for classmates. In fact, it was Sophia and Pavo who later welcomed us to Canada when my husband and I arrived for his postgraduate studies. In that exciting first year, I also met my future husband, the handsome Percy Begans, a Grenadian, president of the Student Guild, and a member of UWI's first class of engineering graduates. Generally, my entire first year is one wonderful memory. Happy 75th anniversary. Long live UWI.
Hello again, my fellow Pelicans. I'm pleased now to share with you from Dr. Gertrude Schott, the Director of Studies, Middlesex University in London, England, some of her thoughts on UWI. And I quote, "I ponder on my connection to the University of the West Indies with a special sense of pride, a UWI sense of pride, a 75th anniversary sense of pride. This conviction was not framed within actions that have taken chances on serendipity, but was born out of my student experiences at Cave Hill Campus, Barbados. It is these very scholarly experiences that have provided the appropriate springboard which allowed me the stretch to fit, although not always neatly, into regional, international, and global educational spaces. Over the years, in particular during the last decade, UWI has grown in stature, not simply because it has gained international recognition based on its position in Times Higher Education World Universities rankings, but more so because of continuing to ground students in sound intellectual soils and people-oriented local and regional practicalities. This purpose is well served since the products of UWI's overall mechanism are being operationalized within global latitudes. My own academic journey supports this assertion. It grew and expanded because of the very good out-of-the-block start I experienced at Cave Hill campus. And in a fascinating way, a reasonable proportion of my teaching learning encounters on this roadway has been fruitful because of the positive scholarly experiences I had at the UWI. Inevitably, thoughts about UWI's journey, 1948 to 2023, have become frequent preoccupations. My experiences as student, lecturer, and supervisor in international universities often compel comparisons to UWI. After every analysis, my reaction has always been one of gratitude. My poem, Thank You UWI, sums it up in this way. And now I am pleased to read her poem for you. For the strong foundation that you laid, for the academic strides that I have made, for helping me to see beyond the national shade, I thank you, UWI. For shining the light along the scholarly way, for the encouragement you gave me day by day, for the reinforcement that kept stresses at bay, I thank you, UWI. For an educational focus extraordinaire, for committed staff who worked all year, for the will to be research-minded without fear, I thank you, UWI. For extracurricular activities that made me feel well-rounded, for policies and directives that are well-founded, for non-academic moments that kept me well-grounded, I thank you, UWI. For the intellectual seeds that you have sown, for graduating from fledgling to full-grown, for reaching the big 75-year milestone, I thank you, UWI. I cannot resist making reference to a special memory, the Cavite Chorale. Being a member of this wonderful choir was one of the non-academic moments that kept me well-grounded. Now, as a member of the Aliugana Singers, a London-based Montserrat choral group, I delight when the group performs songs that are linked in some way or other to the Cavite Chorale. Other gratifying moments come from applying the knowledge, skills, and techniques gained at UWI to teaching, learning situations when possible. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate UWI on reaching yet another milestone. Happy 75th anniversary, UWI. And that was the message from Dr. Gertrude Schott, Director of Studies and proud UWI alumna, who teaches at Middlesex University, London, England.
Greetings, my name is Ferdinand Fortune. I graduated from the University of the West Indies in 1976 at the Mona campus. While there, I was a resident at Irving Hall. As we celebrate in 2023 the 75th anniversary of the University of the West Indies, I consider myself privileged to have attended such a great institution. Never in my wildest dreams, 47 years after my graduation, did I envisage that I would be here celebrating such an auspicious occasion. I am really truly honored to be an alumnus. What are memories made up of? I recall my trip as a young 20-year-old traveling to Jamaica from Dominica on his very first visit abroad to attend the University of the West Indies. Nostalgia was in the air. Memories were not only about the hard work of you preparing to earn your degree. They were about the great moments, interactions, and camaraderies you shared with the other students from all over the Caribbean islands. I cherish the sheer beauty of the Mona campus, surrounded by its communities and the towering Blue Mountain. I had a reservoir of memories then of passing underneath the aqueduct, of visiting Mona Heights, Papin, Ligani, Augustown, and traveling on the GOS buses to downtown Kingston. Life on campus, and in particular in Irving Hall, was not only limited to academic life. Socially, Irving Hall was a cradle of culturama expose. Life also was mingling with the other custodial staff members who helped create that atmosphere of togetherness. In this regard, I still remember the names of my dear Miss Taylor, who would religiously wash and iron our clothes on the men's block. Other names like Miss Pinto, Evo, Horace, and Miss McCullough in the kitchen served us very well. Yes, the UWI continues to grow and is celebrating its Jubilee year. I sincerely joined in this celebration as a resident of Toronto here since 1979. Let the spirit of the light rising from the west continue to shine and illuminate our beloved university, which has grown and flowered over the years. the 20-year-old boy from Dominica has totally enjoyed being part of this journey. Since being in Canada, I have not forgotten my roots as an alumnus. As a member of the Toronto chapter of the University of the West Indies Alumni Association, all I can do now is to continue to support and give back to the university as part of my commitment. I have never forgotten that in many ways, the UWI has shaped me as a person for who I am today. In conclusion, I encourage as many alumni as possible to reflect on the goodness of their hearts and to consider giving back a little to your alma mater. Remember that it is not only about your degree you earn there, but it will be to the degree in which you are willing to contribute as alumni to ensure that the UWI continues to soar higher and higher. Thank you.
To all UWI Pelicans who left 50 years ago, that is to the classes of 1972 and 1973, we've been trying to contact you to celebrate your 50th anniversary since graduating from UWI. Please contact us before August 31st so that we can see if we can arrange a visit to the Mona Alumni House and to the UWI Museum for you so that you can celebrate together. So you'll see on the screen the number to call or the email to send. We hope to hear from all graduates of the classes of 1972 and 73. We are so proud of you, and we are happy that you are part of the UWI family still and can celebrate 50 years since graduating from your university.
Nostalgic feelings swept over as I viewed the university chapel. I played the organ at some of the Sunday morning services and sang in the choir on Sunday nights. I was pleased to see that the university singers still exist. I sang with that group also. It was amusing to think that the current group is 2 generations younger than me. I am a proud graduate of the class of 1970, and I think that I represented the UWI very well when I was accepted for residency in Boston. When I was doing my fellowship in South Carolina, the director of OBGYN in Boston called me because he wanted a vacant residency slot filled by someone from my medical school. That gave me goosebumps. I am now retired. I will always be grateful for the education I received during my 6 years at the UWI. Memories from 1970 graduate Walton Key, January 8, 2023.
My name is Dr. Irving Andre. I was very fortunate in 1978 to have won a scholarship to attend the University of the West Indies Mona campus. I actually arrived on campus 4 weeks after the semester had started. And while en route on the plane to Kingston, Jamaica, my compatriot and I, we just happened to have been seated next to Pro Vice Chancellor Robinson, and in talking he found out that why we were traveling to Jamaica, and he was kind enough to give us a ride in his limousine to Irving Hall on the Mona campus, and that was my grand entrance to the university. I spent 3 years at the university. I read English, history and philosophy, and I graduated in 1981 with a first class honors degree and a gold medal for best overall performance. And I can indicate that my success at the university can be attributed to the excellent professors that I was fortunate enough to have dealt with. I can only name a few, and I certainly apologize to anyone if I didn't mention his or her name, but those who stood out include Professor Eddie Ball, Professor Melvin Morris, Professor Carolyn Cooper, Professor Patrick Bryan, Professor David Williams, Professor Woodville Marshall, and I believe my philosophy professor who was from Barbados. I think it's Professor Higgins. Suffice it to say that the experience, the academic experience I had was second to none. I spent long hours at the university library, coming from a small island of less than 70,000 people, without a university, with only 2 colleges then, and with very limited research resources. Being at the Mona campus was like an oasis, given the various literature journals, philosophy, history that assisted me so tremendously in my academic journey. I owe a lot to the university. After I left the university, I did spend 2 years at Johns Hopkins pursuing a doctorate in history. After 2 years, I went to Canada, and in Canada I qualified as a lawyer, and I worked as an assistant crown attorney, a criminal defense lawyer. In 2002, I was appointed a judge in what we call the Interior Court of Justice, where I remained for 10 years. In 2012, I was appointed as Superior Court of Canada, the Superior Court of Ontario. Before that, I earned a master's and a doctorate degree in law. I've also written a few books in Dominica on various topics: literature, law, sports, history, and it has been a wonderful journey. But it is a journey in terms of my university experience that was all made possible by those wonderful years I spent at Mona campus. I should indicate also that I enjoyed a rich social life at Irving Hall. I participated in sports, some long distance running, and in various aspects of hall life. My experience at Mona marked the first time in my life where I had lived outside of Dominica, and I had interacted with students from all over the Caribbean. And I think at the university I learned that I was not so much a Dominican, but a Caribbean person. So I owe much to the university, and I certainly hope I can pay back in some small measure for everything that I received from the University of the West Indies. Thank you very much.
Wisdom shocks his haughty clothing, realizing that his power must be shared with understanding, such that these fertile lands might flower, not by arrogance, but in service, not for gain, but true sacrifice, so to maintain the great ambition that in the West, light still might rise. Frank Watty, November 13, 2023.
Unfortunately, we lost 2 very loyal and dedicated graduates recently, and we would just like to acknowledge with a short moment of silence our very, very dedicated Dr. Lloyd Stanford and Dr. Carl Messiah, with much love and admiration.
As principal of the Open Campus, I am indeed happy and pleased to offer my warm and hearty congratulations on UWI Global Alumni Day.
On behalf of the Bermuda alumni, I'd like to wish UWI a happy 75th anniversary. It was an honor and a privilege to attend the Mona campus in Jamaica for medicine and surgery from 2010 to 2015. The education and degree, the cultural experience, and the friendships have proven to be irreplaceable. I look forward to encouraging other Bermudians and hopefully other students around the world to attend this illustrious institution. The experience is out of this world. Thank you, UWI, and happy birthday.
The University of the West Indies celebrates 75 years since its official opening at the Mona campus in Jamaica, and I am proud to be among the alumni of this world-class institution. I am Dr. Murphy Osborne, medical class of 2005. On this special occasion, I want to thank the University of the West Indies for providing opportunities for higher education to the people of the Caribbean. May you only grow from strength to strength. Happy birthday, UWI.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Glasgow Haywood, and I'm a proud alumni of the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine campus. I just want to say happy birthday, UWI, happy 75th. I am so proud to be an alumni of the University of the West Indies. It has given me a career in accounting that is to die for. I've gone from island to island working at different accounting firms and have gained a wealth of experience that I don't think I would have been able to have if I hadn't gotten my bachelor's at the University of the West Indies. So thank you, UWI, and happy birthday.
Hi, my name is Kalisha Hendrickson, and I graduated from UWI in 2021 with my postgraduate diploma in education. On this joyous occasion, I would like to wish UWI a happy 75th birthday. Receiving my diploma was a significant milestone in my life, and I'm forever grateful for the experience as it helped shape me into the person I am today. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Nakita, and I'm a proud Pelican of the most prestigious university within the Caribbean, the University of the West Indies, Mona UWI campus. As UWI celebrates its birthday, I just want to say happy birthday to the University of the West Indies. I'm definitely honored to be among some of the excellent talents and products that has come out of the University of the West Indies, and I'm definitely grateful for the holistic development that I've received during my tenure that has shaped me to be a competitor in this global market and has also helped me to continue being a leader in today's society. I definitely feel like I'm honored to be a past student of the University of the West Indies. I want to big up UWI while it celebrates its birthday and definitely encourage anyone in the world that I have been to a recognizable school and it's a brand that is known across the world. So big up UWI.
We'd just like to say hi to our alumni in Ottawa, Canada, who took the time to send greetings to you, their fellow Pelicans. Medics from the class of 1971 and other non-medical alumni from the Ottawa region send to you a big hello on this, the 2023 Global UWI Alumni Day.
On behalf of the UWI Open Campus Alumni Office, we proudly celebrate UWI Global Alumni Day, and we want to express our gratitude for you and your continued support of the Open Campus and its endowment fund, and we look forward to seeing you on the 29th of July at our Thanksgiving for We event. Visit open.uwi.edu to support our endowment fund. Donate, please.
My fellow Pelicans, these Soften Life Skills sessions are designed just for you to give you information about all kinds of essential skills that add to your overall experience and expertise. So, please do consider joining as a presenter or a participant. Look out in the coming year for more Soften Life Skills sessions and be a part of them. Our alumni relations communications are designed to keep you in touch and engaged. So please do check out our alumni hub, become involved through that medium, And also make sure that you're receiving our monthly UWI Nexus update. You'll also be able to see our UWI Connect alumni magazine online 24/7. We hope that you show your UWI spirit and show your UWI membership card often. Pelican perks are a tangible way that you can benefit from being part of one UWI, one alumni family. Through these discounts, no matter what chapter you are affiliated with, you can benefit.
Today, we join with alumni from all across the world to celebrate Global Alumni Day.
As ambassadors of the UWI Stat Mona Corps, we are students today
who will be alumni tomorrow.
So, we thank you and we salute you for the impact that you have made on your respective countries.
To the incoming set of alumni, I implore you to continue the legacy set before you.
Continue contributing to our university in whatever way you can.
Do your part in advancing the University of the West Indies.
So, I'd like to wish you all a happy Global Alumni Day from the Western Jamaica campus.
Happy Global Alumni Day.
Happy Global Alumni Day.
Happy Global Alumni Day from the UWI Stat Mona Corps.